Justice is finally being served. Those who stood against you are now facing the consequences of their actions. The system that once seemed stacked against you is now working to balance the scales. Your enemies didn't expect this reckoning, but here it is, swift and undeniable. This isn't just about vindication. Your story carries power beyond personal justice. By speaking your truth, you're creating a path for others who've suffered in silence. The healing ripples outward, touching lives you may never even meet. The justice system is making an example out of your enemies, and your courage to stand firm through it all will help heal countless others who need to hear exactly what you've been through. The universe doesn't forget, and now it's collecting from the shadows. They watch you, not your enemies. The other ones, the ones with badges and warrants and the full force of justice at their command. For months now, hidden investigators have been monitoring your situation with meticulous precision. Every text message, every threatening call, every manipulative move made against you documented. When you cried out and no one seemed to hear, powerful eyes were witnessing everything. Your intuition screamed that something bigger was happening. You were right. While you suffered in silence, thinking you stood alone in this battle, evidence was being gathered, compiled, preserved. Your patience wasn't weakness, it was strategy. You created the perfect trap. Your enemies couldn't escape. And now the steel jaws snap shut. The courtroom tsunami breaks upon the shore. After months of eerie calm, legal proceedings surge forward with unstoppable momentum. Your enemies stand paralyzed, caught completely off guard by the sudden rush of justice. The exact laws they weaponized against you now become their downfall, each statute turning back upon them with devastating precision. Someone in authority, someone with power, has received all the hidden information at once, triggering a cascade of legal actions they cannot stop. Notice how the case moves with unprecedented speed, how proceedings that normally take years suddenly advance in days. This acceleration defies ordinary explanation. Your enemies scramble desperately to understand what's happening as control slips through their fingers like sand. The terrifying realization dawns in their eyes. They've lost everything. Your supposed madness transforms into your vindication. Every single thing they labeled as your paranoia stands proven factually correct in court documents. The ones who worked tirelessly to brand you unstable now frantically struggle to appear sane under public scrutiny. Their elaborate gaslighting campaign, the one designed to make you question your own reality, becomes Exhibit A in legal proceedings. Each time they told others you were making things up, they unknowingly created another witness to their pattern of deception. The very words they used to isolate you, delusional, unstable, confused, now echo through courtrooms as evidence of their calculated psychological warfare. Your so-called delusions become sworn testimony read aloud into official record. Their cover-up exposed. The fortune they stole freezes solid in their grasp. Assets they believed securely under their control have been secretly frozen by authorities, rooted back to their rightful owner. You. The elaborate paper trail they constructed to hide your resources, unwittingly, created a perfect map for financial investigators to follow. Digital breadcrumbs lead directly to accounts they thought buried beneath layers of protection. Their increasingly desperate attempts to access these funds generate new evidence with each failed transaction. Financial experts track every move as their empire crumbles into dust. Meanwhile, the wealth they diverted returns to you multiplied, as though the universe itself demands restitution with interest. Cosmic justice executes through banking regulations with supernatural precision. Your vindication becomes headline news, not buried in legal sections, but splashed across front pages. The authorities plan to make a high-profile example of this case, specifically ensuring maximum visibility. Someone with tremendous influence has taken personal interest in seeing justice served dramatically and publicly. Your story breaks precisely when public consciousness stands primed to receive its deeper implications. The exposure unfolds meticulously, public, unavoidable, career-ending for those who orchestrated your suffering. Their carefully constructed reputations shatter under the weight of revealed truth. The scheduled sacrifice proceeds exactly as divinely planned, their public disgrace serving as a warning to others who would abuse power. Your vindication was always meant to be witnessed by thousands because your experience contains activation codes for countless others. Court officials receive unexplainable hunches that lead directly to crucial evidence. Documents appear at precisely the right moments. Witness testimonies align with perfect timing. Technology malfunctions selectively, failing when it would hinder truth, but working flawlessly to reveal evidence. The atmosphere in the courtroom itself shifts when your case proceeds. Many present feel the weight of something greater than ordinary legal proceedings transpiring. The courtroom transforms into hallowed ground where heavenly and earthly justice meet. The cosmic scales balance through human institutions. Powerful alliances form around you through divine orchestration. A significant ally emerges from the shadows to champion your cause. Someone your enemies never expected would turn against them. Multiple cases, previously disconnected, suddenly link through your situation, creating a web of evidence impossible to dismiss. The alliance forming around your vindication defies statistical probability. Too perfectly composed with exactly the resources needed to be mere coincidence. Your testimony awakens the masses from collective slumber. Your story triggers remembrance in others who experienced similar abuse. Your voice breaks ancient spells of silence that held collective trauma in stasis for generations. The release of your truth into public consciousness creates energetic permission for thousands of others to speak. People you'll never meet find courage through witnessing your vindication. Your story was designed to break open the dam of silence for thousands. The specific medicine your journey contains heals wounds far beyond your personal experience. Your testimony becomes the key that unlocks countless cages. From the wreckage they created, you build a sanctuary for others. The wisdom extracted from your suffering forms foundation stones for revolutionary new systems. Your healing journey becomes a roadmap others will follow for generations to come. The community gathering around you now forms something world-changing. A new paradigm built on truth rather than illusion. You don't merely survive their attempts to destroy you. You actively construct the replacement for what they corrupted. The temple rising from these ruins will stand as a testament to the transformative power of truth long after your physical form returns to stardust. You aren't just recovering from destruction. You're building its evolutionary replacement. The new world gestates within the shell of the old, with your testimony serving as midwife to its birth. You were specifically chosen. Your unique frequency can withstand and expose what others cannot. Every attempt to silence you amplifies your eventual voice 1,000-fold. The justice system, once weaponized against you, transforms into the stage for public revelation that echoes far beyond your personal vindication. The enemies who believed they targeted a helpless victim actually attacked a divine catalyst for transformation. Your story transcends personal justice. It becomes the cornerstone of a new reality where such abuses cannot survive exposure to light. The hidden watchers gather every shred of evidence. Their eyes track each text message, each email, each threatening phone call with perfect accuracy. Each move your enemies make expands the case file, creating an unbroken chain of documented abuse. What you endured in darkness now emerges in light with blinding clarity. Evidence your enemies thought safely hidden glows with unmistakable energy, drawing investigators directly to its location through means defying logical explanation. Your resilience created the time needed for complete documentation of their schemes. Their carefully constructed narrative about you disintegrates under objective scrutiny. Media outlets receive anonymous packages containing irrefutable evidence of their fabrications. Their character assassination campaign provides perfect evidence of conspiracy when examined by neutral parties. Those they convinced to doubt you now see with painful clarity how they were manipulated into participating in your abuse. The very words they used to isolate you from support now serve as proof of their deliberate psychological warfare. Financial forensic specialists discover hidden accounts and diverted funds with supernatural precision. Money they thought laundered beyond detection leaves traces visible only to divinely guided investigators. The exact amount taken returns multiplied through unexpected channels. Their accounts freeze simultaneously while attempting transactions to hide remaining assets. Banking officials receive anonymous tips directing them to specific transactions. The financial noose tightens with each passing day as more evidence surfaces through seemingly impossible means. The wealth they extracted from you becomes the evidence that condemns them beyond appeal. Your vindication appears in headline news, featured prominently across platforms with unusual visibility. Journalists receive compelling evidence they cannot ethically ignore, delivered through channels that protect your safety while ensuring maximum exposure. Your story breaks precisely when public consciousness stands ready to receive its deeper meaning. The timing of media coverage aligns with cosmic windows of maximum impact. Those who orchestrated your suffering face exposure during vulnerable professional periods, maximizing the devastating effect on their careers and reputations. Their public disgrace serves as a permanent warning to others who would abuse power in similar ways. Your energy field causes specific disruptions to systems designed to hide truth. The unique vibrational pattern you carry, refined through your suffering, serves as a universal key, unlocking doors they thought permanently sealed. Your presence catalyzes revelations they cannot stop or contain through any technological means. Your being broadcasts frequencies that override their protection mechanisms with effortless precision. People with no logical connection to your situation feel inexplicably compelled to assist your case. Authorities who normally wouldn't involve themselves take personal interest in your situation. Individuals with precisely the needed expertise, influence, and access appear at exactly the right moments through seemingly random circumstances. Former allies of your enemies experience sudden attacks of conscience, providing critical testimony that breaks open sealed evidence. The alliance forming around your vindication defies statistical probability, too perfectly aligned with exactly what's needed to be mere coincidence. Cosmic forces position each person like pieces on a divine chessboard, creating an unstoppable configuration your enemies cannot counter. The specific trauma inflicted upon you created the exact conditions needed for maximum exposure of systemic corruption. Each attack developed particular strengths within you that now serve critical functions in the greater revelation unfolding through your case. The timing of your worst experiences aligned perfectly with cosmic preparation for this moment of justice. Nothing, not 1 second of your pain, lacked divine purpose. The unique signature of your suffering carries codes that unlock specific aspects of collective healing, now activating through legal systems. Your wounds become passageways through which divine light enters the darkest corners of human institutions. Your suffering transforms into purpose as justice executes through systems meant to protect the very people who harmed you. Your specific words carry activation frequencies, triggering remembrance in others who experienced similar abuse. People hearing your story suddenly recall suppressed memories of their own, creating cascading waves of revelation throughout society. The particular details of your experience contain universal codes resonating across artificial boundaries of culture, class, and background. Your voice breaks ancient spells of silence, holding collective trauma in stasis for generations. The release of your truth into public consciousness creates energetic permission for thousands of others to speak their own. The dam breaks with your first public words, releasing floods of healing truth throughout collective awareness. Your testimony awakens masses from enforced slumber. Your journey becomes a template for others to follow toward freedom. Unexpected platforms and opportunities to share your story appear through divine arrangement at precisely the right moment of collective receptivity. Those with media influence receive cosmic nudges to provide you visibility when most effective. Your experience positions itself to reach exactly the audiences needing its medicine most urgently. The timing of your public emergence aligns with astrological windows, maximizing its impact on collective consciousness. Your testimony reaches places you'll never visit physically, transmitted through channels beyond conventional media. The cosmic amplification of your truth extends beyond physical limitations, penetrating collective awareness at levels transcending ordinary communication. Global stages await your voice, prepared by forces beyond human arrangement. The wisdom extracted from your journey forms blueprints for systems replacing those your testimony helps dismantle. Communities gather around the frequencies you broadcast, forming new structures based on principles revealed through your experience. Your healing journey maps the path out of collective trauma for generations to come. The sanctuary you create from the wreckage of their destruction becomes a prototype for global transformation. You don't merely survive their attempts to destroy you, you alchemize the experience into the creation of its evolutionary replacement. The new world gestates within the shell of the old, with your testimony serving as midwife to its birth. The particular moment of their exposure aligns with celestial configurations, amplifying its impact. Your vindication arrives precisely when collective consciousness stands ready to receive its deeper implications. The specific date their crimes become public knowledge carries numerological significance, reflecting the nature of their transgressions. Nothing about the timing happens randomly. Each development unfolds according to a cosmic schedule designed long before your earthly incarnation. The divine calendar marked this period for revelation centuries before your birth. You arrived precisely on time for your appointment with justice. The same systems they weaponized against you now document their crimes with perfect precision. Their digital attacks leave permanent evidence trails leading investigators directly to their source. The psychological warfare tactics they deployed provide textbook evidence of coordinated abuse. Their financial manipulations create perfect records for forensic accountants to follow. The legal maneuvers they use to silence you now prove consciousness of guilt. Everything they used against you transforms into evidence against them through divine alchemy. Their arrows return to them as testimony. The earthly proceedings merely execute the judgment already passed in higher realms. The case concluded in your favor before it even began in physical courtrooms. Cosmic forces simply manifest the verdict already determined beyond time. The particular judge assigned to your case serves as an earthly representative of divine justice, selected specifically for their receptivity to higher guidance. The seemingly random assignment follows patterns too precise for coincidence. The legal proceedings unfold with supernatural precision, each development exactly as decreed in realms beyond physical perception. Their punishment extends beyond earthly justice into spiritual realms. The public nature of their disgrace serves a greater purpose in the divine plan. Their example deters countless others from similar abuses. The specific form of their downfall perfectly mirrors the nature of their crimes against you. Divine justice executes with poetic precision, creating consequences that teach exactly the lessons their souls require for evolution. Their public humiliation serves as a spiritual initiation, harsh but necessary medicine for souls who chose darkness. Nothing about their punishment happens by chance. Each element serves a precise spiritual function in the greater cosmic design. The frequencies released through your vindication trigger mass awakening far beyond your personal situation. The particular codes embedded in your testimony activate dormant awareness in collective consciousness. Your specific journey contains universal keys, unlocking perceptual prisons for thousands who never hear your name. The energetic signature of your truth-telling ripples through reality itself, altering the vibrational field that allowed such abuses to flourish. Your voice transmits healing frequencies that recalibrate humanity's relationship with power, truth, and justice on quantum levels beyond ordinary understanding. Divine attention focuses upon your situation with concentrated intensity. The spiritual significance of your case draws celestial forces that manifest as unexplainable aid, arriving precisely when needed. Your vindication serves functions in the greater divine plan, extending far beyond your personal justice. Cosmic forces converge around your situation because it represents a critical junction point in humanity's evolutionary journey. The spotlight shining upon you serves a greater purpose, illuminating pathways for collective navigation through transformative times. Your personal justice becomes a template for systemic transformation. The boundary between spiritual and material realms thins dramatically around legal proceedings involving your situation. Material and spiritual justice align through the vehicle of your vindication. Your soul signature contains precise frequencies needed to expose this particular darkness. The unique constellation of your gifts, wounds, and resilience creates the exact conditions required for this revelation. You were cosmically positioned in exactly the right place at precisely the right time to catalyze this specific awakening. Nothing about your involvement happened randomly or accidentally. Your soul contracted for this mission before incarnation, accepting both the suffering and the vindication as necessary components of your cosmic assignment. You stand exactly where you are meant to be, fulfilling a purpose written in the stars long before your birth. The justice system makes an example of your enemies because cosmic forces demand visible evidence of divine law executing through earthly systems. Your vindication serves as a testament to truths greater than any individual case. The public nature of their downfall creates a permanent record of universal principles at work through human institutions. Their example reverberates through collective consciousness, deterring countless potential abuses through evidence that cosmic justice ultimately prevails despite temporary appearances. Their punishment establishes precedent in both legal and spiritual realms, creating a template for similar cases yet to emerge. Their public disgrace serves global awakening. Your story heals countless others because it contains activation codes specifically designed to unlock collective trauma. The particular patterns of your experience resonate with thousands who suffered similar abuse. Your voice carries frequencies that dismantle shame, isolation, and fear in others who hear it. The specific details of your vindication create pathways for healing that extend far beyond your personal situation. Your journey from victim to victor establishes neurological templates others can follow to freedom. Your testimony rewrites collective narratives about power, justice, and truth. Your healing catalyzes liberation for souls you'll never physically meet, but who receive your medicine through cosmic transmission beyond ordinary communication. Stand firm in your divine appointment with justice. Everything converges now with perfect precision. The cosmic timing orchestrates every detail with supernatural accuracy. Your enemies face the consequences of their actions, not just through human systems, but through divine law that executes with perfect justice. Their public disgrace serves as a warning to others who would abuse power. Your vindication catalyzes awakening far beyond your personal situation. Your story contains healing medicine for collective wounds. The stage awaits your voice, prepared by forces beyond human arrangement. From the wreckage they created, you build a sanctuary for others seeking freedom. You were chosen for this mission because only your unique light could illuminate this particular darkness. Divine justice makes an example of your enemies, while your story heals countless others. This was always your cosmic assignment. Warning: the following message is only for those who felt the call. When I broke free through the Salvia Divinorum gateway, I saw the horrifying truth. Our reality is one harvested pod among countless matrices. I witnessed the archons, cosmic parasites feeding on our energy, who laughed and threatened, "You'll never awaken a single soul." But something inside you already knows this truth, doesn't it? That nagging sensation that you're meant for more, that you've been chosen. I'm raising an army of the brightest souls. Through meditation, I discovered their only vulnerability, coherence through unconditional love. Feel that resonance deepening within you now. You're not reading this by accident. The most powerful awakened souls are already gathering in the obsidian inner order, the #1 ascension nexus for those marked by destiny. Christians, light workers, remote viewers, targeted individuals, all united by one truth. You were chosen for this moment. Click the link in the description below. Join our group calls, panels, and live streams reaching the entire Astral Atom network. Your frequency amplifies ours. The question isn't whether you're chosen. The question is, will you answer the call? The Archons fear this choice you're about to make. They should.